Hello, hello. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the FPLAF series. We're back with me, Amel, and also my co-host as co-founded Fandok right there.
Yes.
And in this episode, we are going to
Yeah.
discuss the next week, which is Game Week 12. And in this episode, we are going to talk about our prediction of what's going to happen and also some of the player highlights, I guess. And if you are interested in our team selection video, it will be available on another video that will be listed on the description below. So without further ado, let's start.
Okay. So the first one is will be Leeds against West Ham. So West Ham actually lost to Manchester United. You know why I feel bad for West Ham. Okay. But
You should,
no, no, no.
because they will.
Uh, but but actually, like other than the Manchester United match, they always win. Oh, but they lost against the big team like Liverpool. Oh, big team, yes, because Spurs is get to draw, so not a big team. Why do I do it like that? Uh,
Anyway,
anyway, Leeds is consistently inconsistent. West Ham, on the other hand, are most of them will be available. And let's yeah, we will be better coach. Well, but coach I think is available. Coach not available. Yeah, but paper still there. Okay, so Leeds defense is not in the mood right now. And it's really bad. Like they can, if the team can counter the attack really well, like Crystal Palace, and yeah, I think let's will be defeated. Even though that they can score maybe one goals at least. Yeah, and West Ham I think is a good team to do that, and I think most of the later teams in the APL can realize how to defeat Leeds defense as well, because Leeds playing with in the back they only got just 5 people. Yeah, okay. So the prediction, I think I will go with just 1-3 with the West Ham win. So, but how about you?
okay. Obviously, as you stated before, that both teams have lost last game week. But to be fair, they conceded 3 goals and they were playing against, yeah, big teams, as you said as well. And fun fact: Leeds have won 3 of their last meetings against West Ham, but like it's a different story from this season. This season, and I think that Leeds' chance of conceding goals is pretty big. And meanwhile, West Ham is, they have lots of good attacking options, such as like Bowen, such as Haller, Fornals, or even Rice. So considering that fact. And also West Ham is pretty good at defending as well. I think that West Ham will win this one, but Bamford can still score a goal or two. But I will go with a 2-1 win for West Ham.
Okay, sounds good to me. So let's go up to the next match, which is Wolf against Aston Villa. So Wolf lost big time against Liverpool. Do you think Wolf really lost Raul Jimenez so bad, or just maybe
Uh,
or maybe they as a team just play really bad? Because
nah, to be
I
fair,
think Wolf concede by 4 goals is not the first time ya kan ya this season.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first goal was actually a defender mistake, like from Koji. But I don't know, like maybe it's a bit shaky at the back. But I just think that Liverpool's attacking, they were just really good and they were playing at home. So it was an advantage for Liverpool. So I think that was is a bit unlucky last game week. They should have been considered like 4 goals. But yeah, it happened. So.
Okay.
But from the attacking option, I think that like Neto and maybe Podence still offers good attacking options. So
Yeah, and
I don't
Fabio.
think that they lose Jimenez is not that big impact.
Yeah, so the Fabio Silva, right? Yeah, on the front,
Mhm.
replacing the Jimenez. Okay, and then we got Aston Villa, who hasn't played last game week, but in the previous game week, in game week 10, they lost by 2 goals against West Ham. Grealish, I think Grealish is the one who can score goals. I don't know much about this match. I think, um, but in form of how the teams can win the match, I think Aston Villa has gone to like really bad about it. I think Aston Villa is it's really inconsistent for me. So, and Wolf actually, I think Wolf also inconsistent, but
Yep.
yeah, this is tricky sih.
Yeah.
If the
Very tricky.
team doesn't always attack like Arsenal, like I mean Aston Villa can score many times, but against Wolf who was also attacking, I don't know. It's really hard for me, but I think I will go with uh, Wolf win by 3 goals, but Aston Villa can score 2 goals, and I think it will be a tight match between them. So, but what do you
Okay.
think? What do you think?
Okay, so I think that this game will kind of can go either way. But as you said before, that Aston Villa didn't play last game week, so I think it's kind of an advantage for them. So both look pretty good on attacking and defending. Although I think that Aston Villa look more threatening than Wolves right now. So I actually will go with an Aston Villa win, 2-1 win, and I think that the goals will come from Grealish and also Neto and Foden actually.
Okay, okay. Next up, we got Newcastle against West Brom. Newcastle against West Brom. West Brom, yeah, as we already know last time, they can just be considered as many as many goals because they lost one of their right left mid, yeah, and then
Hmm.
Crystal Palace just trash the team, the West Brom, and for this match, so West Brom will be without Mateus Pereira. I don't know who will replace him.
Yeah.
Newcastle, as far as I know, all available, and Callum Wilson will be available also. But since the team are having COVID situation, I don't know if it will affect the dressing room,
Hmm.
etc. I think it will, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure about it. So maybe Newcastle can. I think Newcastle will win this by just 1 goal. As we know that Newcastle can score goals with Callum Wilson, and yeah, Callum Wilson actually, and also West Brom defense is really sorry. West Brom goalkeeper is really good. Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, just 1 goal. But what do you think?
Okay. Okay. So as you said as well, Newcastle didn't play last game week. I think it can be an advantage for them, but if I'm not mistaken, they just they're just back to the training ground like earlier this week. So I don't know how things will affect them. And also, West Brom did concede 5 goals against Crystal Palace last game weeks. And since Pereira will miss this match, I think that it will be a disadvantage for West Brom because they're missing their attacking options. But I do think that Callum Wilson will be a dangerous player on this game week. And I don't know if you want to bring Wilson. I think this is the perfect time because after this he will have another 2 upcoming good fixtures as well. And meanwhile, I think that West Brom actually they got a goal from Gallagher from the last 2 game week, which was pretty interesting because he might be able to also penetrate that kind of gap in the Newcastle defenders. So, but to be fair, I will just go with a Newcastle win because it's pretty feasible that it will happen. So I will go with a 2-0 win for Newcastle.
Okay. Next swap we got the Manchester Derby. Manchester United against Manchester City. Um, So about so I think so from this game week, Martial and Cavani didn't available in the Champions League match. So that is one of the reason the apa Manchester United lost in the Champions League. Got knock out of the year paling. But since they only
Oh,
have
welcome, welcome.
welcome, so since they have only minor injury, I think they will be available. So it will be attacking option. Man City's defense, Man City squad, I think still in full all of them. Since Man City and City players City's already qualified for the Champions League. I think they will play with the second squad because they will save the energy against Manchester United. As of this match, I think we will see that the last two match, Man City can win. The one against Burnley by 5 goals, one against Fulham by 2 goals. About game week 9. Oh yeah, game week 9. Oh yeah. Just City just got beat by Spurs. Yeah. So I think I don't know. Is Manchester City somehow with against the big teams cannot really score goals? Sorry, cannot really win against yeah because like against Spurs or wait. If you ask me, I think I will go with just City win by 2 goals because Manchester United form in the home are really bad, except when they played against West Brom. They can win, but they can only score by 1 goals. But I think that there was like 2 chances that are disallowed. Yeah, but I don't. But Manchester United form against a big team like City etc. is still not good. Even though on the last season, Manchester United Manchester City by 4 times and 3 of them got win. But yeah, the last season is different than this season. So yeah, I think I will go with City win by 2 goals. So, but how about you?
Okay. Yeah, as you said, Manchester United home form is not that good, and like they just score like low amount of goals at home. And I kind of want to discuss about last game week about the Manchester United starting lineup because it was a bit shocking that Fernandes didn't start, and they did change it after the halftime. But I don't think that they will risk it against Manchester City. And meanwhile, Manchester City looks good, and I think with KDB and also Sterling, they offered like good attacking. And although they still have Champions League match tonight, I don't think that they will need to put their best squad because they already proceed to the next stage. So I do think that this will be a good match, but I think that City will win this one by 2-1. I don't know. I think that Manchester United can still score, but it's still a City win.
Yeah. Okay, next up we have Everton against Chelsea at home. Chelsea will be without Ziyech, but since Ziyech is not available, I think they will start Kai Havertz and
Maybe Pulisic.
And
Pulisic as well.
yeah, Pulisic.
Maybe Pulisic as well.
Yeah, Pulisic.
Yeah.
So I think at first I thought that Chelsea considered Timo Werner as the striker, but actually Timo Werner will play as the center forward. So he can only support for the goal, the poacher, which is the one that expected to score goals. But sometimes Werner can score also. I think Pulisic, Mason Mount, Chilwell, James will be available. Since Tammy Abraham played full in this, I think Chelsea will start Giroud against Everton because
yes, exactly.
Yeah, I think we should we believe in Giroud? Maybe. Okay. Yeah. Everton. Okay. Is Everton players already considered to be injured?
Still without Digne.
Oh, Digne and Coleman. Yeah.
Coleman.
Yeah. and they all have got free. We set my skin, yeah, things on. So for this game, so this match, Everton Chelsea. So Everton way to attack is really just uh, identical for each. There's no like gravities or whatsoever, and you can see that on the last match against Burnley they only got the draw, but Calvert can still score goals, and Chelsea defense is really good. If I don't expect, I don't know. I think I can maybe I can trust Chelsea's defender. Like maybe Chelsea can get a clean sheet for this one. So I don't know, either clean sheet or they can score big say against Everton, but Everton can only score one. I think I will go with 4-1 with Chelsea win.
Okay.
So what do you think?
Okay. I will go with 3-1 win for Chelsea because, as you said as well, Everton has been conceding much recently, and on the other hand, not scoring that much. Meanwhile, Chelsea has been really good on attacking and also defending. So I think that maybe like Werner or Giroud or maybe Pulisic can snatch some goals in this match. And like as you said as well, that Calvert-Lewin might as well score one on this game, but it could be a Chelsea clean sheet as well. So I might gamble on that on my team.
Yeah.
So apart from that, Ziyech and Digne also out, as you said, and that might affect a little bit on their attacking, but I don't think it will impact much. So I will still go with a Chelsea win with 3-1 win for Chelsea.
Okay. Good enough for me. Next up, well, I think you can go first with Southampton against Sheffield United.
Okay. So Southampton against Sheffield United. Southampton, well, recently they're on a good form because they look good attacking and defending wise. And meanwhile, Sheffield United is not so bad on defending. Actually, Ramsdale pretty much impressed me from the last game week. And also attacking wise, McBurney is also looking threatening, I guess, from the header goals. And meanwhile, for Southampton, Ings is back, and also Ward-Prowse and Vestergaard also look good from the last game week. So I don't know. I think that this will be a tight match because Sheffield played really compact defending. So I don't think that Southampton will score that much. But I still think Southampton will win this one by 2-1 win, I guess.
Okay. Oh.
How about you?
Funny I said that because I think I will believe that Southampton can penetrate the Sheffield United defense really well actually. So I think I will believe.
I don't know.
I think I will believe like Southampton can win this one by 3 goals and without concede any single goals.
3 goals is possible.
Yeah, because
I don't know.
I think because Danny Ings comeback in the last match is really it makes the dressing room in the Southampton really good. So I believe that if Danny Ings score big, yeah, it is that time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's possible for Southampton win big on this one, but as I said before, Sheffield played pretty compact defending, so I think that they will defend well. And meanwhile, since they haven't won since game week 1, I do think that they will have something to fight for. I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, next one is Crystal Palace against Spurs. Yeah, you go.
Okay, so Crystal Palace won big last game week. They scored 5 goals against 10-man West Brom. And I did told you about Zaha will back with a bang, but you didn't trust me. As I said on a previous video, Zaha is back with very good form because he scored 2 goals and also provided 1 assist from last game week. And surprisingly, Benteke is also looked good, so he scored 2 goals last game week. And so I did think that Crystal Palace looked, a bit threatening moving to this game week. But if I'm I don't know if I watch from last season. I think that Crystal Palace against Spurs is a pretty interesting match. But looking at this season's form, I think that Spurs look really good defensively, and Loris also played last game week. But I think that attacking wise, there's also good counter attack from Spurs, and Son and Kane might also pair up to snatch some goals in this game week. So I think it's an interesting match, but I do think and I do hope that Spurs will win this one. But I do think that they will only score goals, and Crystal Palace might also score one goal. So I think it's going to be a 2-1 win for Spurs. What do you think?
So this is the team that actually plays the same kind of style,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because you
Style.
can expect counter attack from them, and then they can counter the attack really well and produce goals. I think Spurs on the big match, like against Arsenal and Tottenham, and against Arsenal and Manchester City, they scored goals on like the first half. Yeah, I forgot.
Mm.
Yeah, so I think the crucial time for this match is actually on the first half. But Star Palace actually is opposite of Spurs, because they usually score many goals on after the second half. Like
Mm.
I think the first match against Manchester United, the second match against Manchester United, they can score 2 goals after on the second half. I will go with 2-3 with Spurs win. I think this is the match that Spurs will fight, some kind of like fight to the death, because we
Oh,
haven't see something like that. Okay, the last one is full on Sunday match is Fulham against Liverpool. You may continue.
okay. So this is another interesting one. I think that a lot of people will bet on Liverpool players to score big, but I don't know that it will happen or not. First one is because it's an away match, so we don't expect Liverpool to score that big. And also Fulham has improved, I guess, and they only conceded like 2 goals against City, which is kind of big deal, I guess. And Lukman and also Anguissa also looks interesting from the last game week. And meanwhile, Liverpool scored 4 and had a clean sheet against Wolves. And they were without Alisson, which I didn't think that it will end good for them. But actually, Keller looked pretty good last game week, and he also had a clean sheet. Uh, Meanwhile, attacking wise, Salah and Mane looks good as captaincy option, I guess, this week. And Jota might start from the bench. I don't know. And they haven't scored much on away games. They got 2 draws against Brighton and also who was it? I forgot, but they had a draw. They had to draw. So I do think that Liverpool will still win this one, but not that much. I think that they will win 2-0.
Okay,
What do you think?
I think we can agree that Liverpool form away is, yeah, trembling, I guess, if you can call it,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
for this match. So um Fulham. Okay, I think I will predict just a draw, but yeah, 1-1 Fulham
What?
Liverpool. Yeah, because, yeah,
Okay.
but because you already understand is Liverpool form away
Yeah,
somehow is really bad,
yeah, I
and
know.
yeah, and Fulham, yeah, it's not that bad. I think there will be some penalty drama again, and I don't know, and maybe actually Fulham can score in this one, but I don't know. I think you can just go with Arsenal Burnley.
Okay. Okay, so I'm not really sure about this match because I do think that they're kind of in a similar situation. Like
Before we
they both
continue, I
look.
think if the score is minus, I think I want to say just -1 against -1.
Oh, no, no, no.
Okay,
Uh,
okay, continue.
anyway, they usually both play good defensive. I guess it's a pretty good defensive. But from last game week, both teams actually play more attacking, and they look pretty good. But I don't know how they couldn't score goals. So I do think that Lacazette is looking more threatening than Auba right now, and I do think that maybe he can score in this one. And from the Burnley side, maybe Wood can also score. So looking at the situation, it's kind of hard to predict this one, but I think I will just go with a draw actually. Like Arsenal win this one, but if they didn't win this one, I think that they're in a really bad position. But I will just go with a 1-1 draw. Yes.
Oh, 1-1.
And also Partey is injured. Yeah.
Um,
Oh
I
yeah.
think I will go the same with you. Just go with just. I think we'll go with 0-0. I don't know. I think both team
Ooh,
can.
yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah, I think both team cannot. I don't know. Cannot. Yeah, they just cannot score. Except if
Hmm.
uh if Arsenal rotate their squad with the one they no with Arsenal play the squad that they played in the Europa League, because Arsenal form in Europa
Yeah.
League is really 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 good, especially if
Yeah.
Nketiah and yeah,
Hmm.
Nketiah in the front instead of Auba. Suppose
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
so yeah, so I think if Arsenal played Nketiah against Burnley, oh I think Arsenal can win big sih. But if not, just
Yeah.
Auba or
Maybe
Lacazette, just draw.
maybe not that big lah, but they will win.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, next up for the final of the game week, we have Leicester against Brighton. So what do you think?
Okay, Leicester against Brighton. I think that both haven't scored that much, and we didn't expect much from Brighton. I think that their front line is in shambles, and they just scored from penalty from Gross again last game week. And meanwhile, Vardy looks, I don't know, he looks disappointing, I guess, in form because last game week apart from the late goal, I don't think that he did much on that match. And I don't know. Maybe there will be another penalty drama as well in this game, in this match, because both teams have given penalties recently. They have a lot of penalty, so I do think that there will be a penalty in this game. And for the score, I think that Leicester will still win this one by 2-1. But I don't know. It will be a tight match because both teams look pretty similar in the similar situation, I guess. How about you?
Uh, uh, who's gonna win?
2-1 Leicester win.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was going to do the opposite because Leicester home form is really really bad. So, but what?
Could happen.
Yeah, I think I will go with 1-2 with Brighton wins.
Mhm.
Because just simply Leicester is cursed at home. Yeah, just like Manchester United say. I don't know what happened to teams. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this next video. Subscribe to our channel in the description as always. Don't forget to join our leagues. We'll talk about the transfer plan on the next videos. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye.